Okay. So here goes. This is probably going to be the most. Well, fuck it. Let's just get into it. Minimum wage. I see a lot of posts out there, people talking about Sally McBurger Flipper and Johnny McFry guy, and if this was the job that you had chosen, this is supposed to be a starter job, not the... An E5 makes $38,000 a year after 8 years of service, while an E1 makes $18,000 a year. Okay, let's start fucking there. You make $38,000 a year. You've been working for 8 years for the most profitable corporation on the planet. The military-industrial complex. The war machine. The thing that literally got us out of the fucking Great Depression. Killing Nazis. Actually, that wasn't the Great Depression. The Great Depression was in the 20s. I stand corrected by myself. It was what led to World War II. And alright, let's just... Okay. Does the fact that your son or daughter or brother, sister, wife, husband, whatever, has been in the military for 8 years, makes $38,000 a year, and goes off to war, and sends and brings and potentially steps themselves into a situation where people will die every day for $38,000 a year. That should bother some people. It's not about $15 McBurger Flipper. It's about corporate greed. It's about understanding that you are absolutely being distracted. Do you not understand that Sally McBurger Flipper will definitely flip your burgers for $15 an hour? I'll flip your burgers for $15 an hour. I'll kill Nazis for $15 an hour. I won't send kids who make less than $8 an hour to their death for $15 an hour. Especially when the people who tell me to make those decisions make thousands of dollars a minute. You know what? I've gotten off track. We were talking about minimum wage. I had to scrub my toilet the other day. It hadn't been done in a while. It was, scrub the toilet, behind the toilet, around the toilet, get in there, actually, scrub the toilet, scrub the bathroom floor. I'm on my hands and my knees, I'm scrubbing the floor, and I'm thinking to myself, people get paid to do this. Now, I love my family, and I know everybody who pisses and shits in my house. I don't know you. You couldn't pay me $8.75 or whatever the hell it is, minimum wage, to come and scrub the fucking toilet at your house. Or your hotel. Or anything. So, I'll hire a Mexican. An illegal immigrant. We won't call them a Mexican. They're not necessarily Mexican. I see Haitians. I see Cubans. I see Israelis, Iraqis. I see Africans. I see people of all different kinds of descent. And apparently they're all coming through Mexico, so they're all called Mexicans. But I see these people working in jobs that, honestly, I don't want. Because it's not that I don't want them. It's that I'm not willing to do them for $8 an hour. I am not willing to scrub your fucking toilet Your toilet, yours, your toilet, you specifically, you have a nasty asshole and you took a fucking shit this morning and you want me to scrub your fucking toilet for $8 an hour and be grateful that I have a fucking job. Guess what? You wouldn't want to do it either. Oh, get an education. Get yourself a better job. Okay. Everybody in the world is now educated. Someone still has to pick up the trash. Your trash. Your trash. The fact that you didn't recycle right there in that bag, and all your fucking bullshit, and your snot rags, and your cum-covered fucking whatever, yeah, someone's got to pick that up. Now, if that person is college educated, think about it. What do they deserve an hour? Nothing. They're trash picker-uppers. Okay, fine. My college-educated ass is not going to come pick up your trash. Now what are you going to do with it? Bitch that there's no one to pick up my trash. Once again, I've gotten off subject. 6 minutes in and I've gotten off subject again. Let's go back to the E5. Or the E8, I'm sorry. $38,000 a year to send my brothers and sisters and themselves. I'm not saying they're sitting there just, like a chess game. They're in the fucking war too. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. In your fucking face. $38,000 a year. And then they come home. Ooh. And then they come home. And we love them when they come home. Ticker tape parades and flags waving. Oh no, that's right. That's only when we've declared war and victory in war. And, okay, listen. That dude who comes home has a wife who's been working at minimum wage at fucking Walmart. Walmart. She's on food stamps. She's no longer eligible. Because you have a $38,000 a year job. They don't have the house anymore because they can't afford to pay the mortgage. They don't have medical insurance. He has PTSD. And then they rely on you. We want you to give us money for the Wounded Warrior Foundation, where we will help our wounded warriors. Because the war machine doesn't care for them anymore. Because they're now useless to us. Because they can't kill for us anymore. We don't care about you once you can't kill anymore. We're going to ask the people who are, according to some political parties, the most impoverished people in the world. There is a reason why this country is in such a horrible state of decay, and the reason for that is laziness and a lack of empathy. But these people who make $8.70 whatever cents an hour take money out of their pocket to send to your foundation, the Wounded Warrior Foundation, to help the guy who lives next door to them afford the wheelchair that the United States government won't provide for them after they sent them to a war that caused them to be in a wheelchair in the first place. Now that kind of makes me a little bit mad, but what makes me more angry is the fact that you don't see it. You don't see it? Does nobody say, hey, maybe if we stopped fucking doing this, maybe if the multi-trillion-dollar a year, trillion with a T, profitable war machine actually cared about the people dying. They want you to die. If you die, we don't have to pay you. Doesn't that work out for me while I sit at home and make these horrible decisions about the cheapest way to make your body armor? You know, I'm not even sure why I started this. It was the minimum wage, that's right. I make $17 an hour and I'm an EMT, says one person. That's pretty fucking disturbing, says this guy. Because the person who saves my life after a car accident deserves more than $15 or $17 an hour. Wouldn't you think? I'm pretty sure we'll have to check the numbers, but that hospitals make bank on you being sick. They make bank from the government on the purchase of the ambulance that came to get you. They make bank on everything except the person who is saving your actual life works for $15 to $17 an hour. You think that's okay because you're angry that you make $30 an hour delivering packages for, we can't say them, so we'll call them the Package Delivery Company, the PDC, not. So you've been working there 15 years, you're making $35 an hour. Are you happy? It's a good job. It sucks. It's a tough job. But you're not uncomfortable. You got your house. You can afford your house. You can afford your car. You got a wife. You got 2 dogs. Maybe a kid or 2. Maybe one of them's in college. But you're not hurting for anything. You have to make important decisions like, can we afford to go to Aunt Susie's in Wisconsin this summer, or we got the new car we got to deal with. You know what I mean? There's a couple of $1,000s there. Stop right there. Anybody who was just part of that, who was thinking to themselves, yeah, that's kind of the way my life works. Don't you think that after 15 years working at a corporation that you should probably be a little bit better off than that? Better yet, why do you want to fuck McBurger Flipper, as people like to call them, for wanting a livable wage? You have, at $30 an hour, what is considered beyond livable wage. You actually get to make decisions like things like vacation or what color car you want and things like that. A livable wage is that. Something that you can live on. No, you don't get big screen TVs. No, you can't go out and fucking eat filet mignon every night. No, you can't have the brightest and best computer or tablet or cell phone or video game or whatever. But you know what you can do? On the minimum wage, that should be the minimum amount of money that a single human being can live on. And if they work hard, 40 hours a week, and get that minimum wage. I'm not talking about moving up. I'm not talking about moving sideways. I'm talking about working 40 hours a week, getting exactly this wage. If you cannot afford a place to live, 2 kids, and a mode of transportation, and food in your fridge, that's not minimum wage. That's not a livable wage. If you make $8 an hour and you work for Walmart and they don't pay taxes because they stash trillions of dollars in profits a year overseas in companies that don't have taxable income laws and literally don't even have a Walmart, and your husband, brother, sister, wife, mother, father is overseas putting their life on the line for your right to be poor and their right to be ignored when they come home. And you don't think that that is fundamentally what is wrong with this country, then I'm not really sure there is anything left except for Trump and the Armageddon. I mean, if you can't start to be human to each other, how can you possibly expect anyone or any other species to respect us as humans. Keep it real, America.